Hi, I'm Crystal, and today I'm joining the Open Collab Project Shared Thursday, which is hosted by Mary Ellen at Mary Ellen's Crafts and Hauls. I will link her channel below. She makes some really lovely craft projects, and I don't know that cleaning and sorting is really what she had in mind for this collab, but this is definitely what I have been working on lately. After participating in Dephemerember, which is a December ephemera challenge, and Junk Journal January, and making a swap project, my junk journal supplies were in considerable disarray. So I just dragged everything out, and anytime I'm sorting like this, I always try to start from the large and go small. So it really helped me to make a pass through and pull out the stuff that belongs someplace else in the room, and to pull out the stuff that was large. I have a little set of drawers that have a drawer on the bottom that's meant for 8.5 by 11 paper. So it's got a wheel on it. It can hold heavy paper, and so I started by loading up that drawer as much as I could, and then, working with some of the larger items, and particularly the 3D items. So I've got that box for milk caps. Those are number 2 plastic, and that plastic will melt at 350 degrees. So if you've got silicone molds from doing resin projects or maybe fondant icing, that number 2 plastic you can melt with your heat gun in a silicone mold, and you can make some really cute stuff. So if you're in my age range, the canister that Metamucil comes in and the jug for your colonoscopy prep are also number 2 plastic. So I've made some fun ephemera that way. So after I get rid of the largest items and the 3D items, then whatever I come across the most of, I start a box. So as I come across a bunch of envelopes, I've started a box for envelopes. I have a box going for die cuts. I have a box going for partial projects. And I'm just working my way down. And my goal is to put, like things with like, and to put things together that I won't need very often. So I ended up making a whole bin that just had fabric scraps and pieces of vintage sewing patterns. None of those patterns are complete. The patterns that were complete I gave to Texas Art Asylum, which is a craft thrift store that resells to artists. But I had a bunch of patterns where I just had a few pieces, or I just had the instructions, and so I'm just keeping those for junk journals. Then, of course, the fabric scraps and the cereal boxes I only get out so often when I'm starting a new journal. I don't look at them all the time. But the thing that I'm going to look at frequently is ephemera. So I want to get all the ephemera together so that I can work with that when I'm in the middle of a project. So overall, just going through all the supplies, just touching everything, I would say took about 3 hours in total. I feel like I have all the craft supplies in the world, but I'm not a thrift shopper myself. I mean, I'm happy to donate to thrift stores, but I don't need to bring home more stuff. So I maybe have less vintage paper and vintage ephemera than some junk journalers. But I do like to tear things out of magazines, and I found that was a whole category that I ended up putting into a drawer so I could handle it frequently when I'm in the middle of a project. And I don't know if you're a magazine reader yourself, but I'll tell you, Better Homes and Gardens has really stepped up their game lately. They switched to new paper within the last year or two, and those magazines have gotten a lot nicer. They used to just be like tissue paper, but now they're really pretty nice glossy pages. So if you have any interest, I really recommend Better Homes and Gardens. So I did enjoy doing this project. I needed to do it. I found stuff in here that had no business being in with the junk journal supplies, and I feel like after getting to the end of this that I really am ready to take on the next junk journal project. So I think it was worthwhile. So thank you for joining me today, and I hope that you will check out Mary Ellen's channel, and as well as following the hashtag Project Share Thursday. She's got a great community of people, and she's just a super nice person, and I really have enjoyed every one of her videos. And I'm glad to have gotten a chance to clean up a little bit today. If you are undertaking your own cleaning project, the one tip I think I would leave you with is that whatever you do, you have got to label. If you don't label, stuff gets lost. So I hope you have a wonderful afternoon and a great week, and thank you for being here. Bye.